How to tell if your friend likes you more than a friend. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about how to tell if your friend likes you more than a friend. So the main point that I want to make is that she or he treats you differently than everyone else. When you're in a group setting and you're talking, does she treat you differently than everyone else? Does she treat you differently from her other friends? So some of the things you could look out for is she is more close to you, like in proximity and obviously emotionally, like you have more of a connection. But if she's literally more close to you and she like physically and the gap between you two is very, very small, and she might lean into you, maybe she puts her head on your shoulder, that's a good way to tell that they like you more than a friend. Another thing they do is they will do absolutely anything to be around you. So they will go to the places you like going to. If you say to them that you're going to be doing this on the weekend, sometimes you might see them there, especially if let's say you're on a college campus or something, or at university. If they know what time you go to a canteen or what time you have your lunch, they'll often try to be there as well. Basically doing all that they can to be around you. They may even laugh at your jokes, even if they aren't funny. So again, this is really good to see when you're in a group setting. If you're talking and you're telling jokes, you'll probably find that there's some people in that group that won't find your jokes funny, but some will. Or some will be like, haha, they'll give like just a laugh to accommodate your joke, but it's not, you can tell they're not really finding it that funny. But if if your friend that you want to like you back, or the one that you're trying to find out who likes you more than a friend, if they're laughing more at it, and they just think whatever comes out of your mouth is, the best thing ever, and they're just laughing so much, then that's a good sign to show that they like you. And the reason why they're laughing is because they're trying to please you. They're trying to make you like them back by saying, by laughing so much. They're basically saying to you, we have the same sense of humor, please like me. And it might also be a nervous laugh as well, because if they really like you, then they probably feel a bit nervous when they're around you. So it might be a nervous laugh as well. So the next point is that they are very concerned about their appearance. So when you meet up with them, especially if you two are alone, again, this is a good thing to know if you do know them in a different setting where they dress differently. If you two meet up alone, if she has put or he has put more effort into their appearance, so they're not dressing how they usually dress, but because they're with you, they're now dressing a bit differently. If you find that they look like they've worn clothes to appear more attractive and you two are alone, that's a really good sign. So the next time you see them in a group setting, just notice what kind of stuff they wear. And then the next time you two meet up alone, to have your, friendship time alone or whatever it is you do, notice if they've, put on more attractive clothing. And that'll be a sign that they really, really like you. The next point, and this is a big one, is that they initiate contact. So they might just send you messages every so often saying, hey, how are you? Another thing that they might do is they might just bring up something that you've already spoken about. So let's say you was talking about a film. They may message you out of the blue saying, hey, I was watching the film that you suggested. It's really good, or something. They'll just bring up any topic to try and get to know you, try and get to talk to you more. Basically just initiating contact, because the people that don't like us won't ever initiate contact with us. And I understand, like, if it's your friend, then she may initiate contact just because she's your friend. But if she's doing it more so than perhaps your other friends, then that's a good sign that she probably likes you. So the next point I want to make is sometimes he or she seems more awkward around you when you two are alone. So this is another thing to look at when you are in a group setting, and if you two are alone, does she or he become more awkward and more shy? And that's a sign that she obviously or he obviously sees you differently than other people. Because if she's, all, acting a certain way in front of other people, but when you two are alone, she acts completely different and they're more shy, or you can just tell they're a bit more nervous than usual, then that's a sign that they like you. If someone is nervous around you, it could be just because they're scared of you, or it could be because they actually really, really like you and they don't know how to behave. You kind of notice this kind of behavior when you're on like a first date with someone. There's usually like these awkward silences, and there's obviously like this nervous conversation. Now, if you have that, if that happens when you two are around, and it's not just you, she or he is also displaying that kind of nervous first date vibes, then that's a sign that they like you, and they like you more than a friend. Because if you're around a friend, then you're chill, right? That's how I feel when I'm around my friends. I'm just relaxed, I'm chill. And I don't really care about what I'm talking about either, like I can swear, I burp, all those things you do when you're feeling comfortable around your friends. But if your friend that you like and you want to know if they like you back, if they become really nervous and shy and don't really know what to say, basically you can just tell that it's giving off what I said before, like a first date vibe. Then that's a sign that they really, really like you. So obviously, if this person is giving off these signs to you, then be the one to ask them out. Because obviously, especially if they're a bit shy as well, that they might not be brave enough yet to approach you and talk to you. So ask them out. Ask them to see them privately. And in a different setting. You want to make sure that they know that it's not going to be a friendship meetup. And the best way that you can do this is by saying, hey, I think you're really cute. I'd like to get to know you better. Would you like to meet out for dinner one night? When you make dates in the evening, it seems more romantic. So if you ask to meet them out at nighttime, so let's say 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., and go to have dinner together, it will give off that more romantic vibe. Because if you say to them, oh, do you want to meet up for coffee? And you just say it like that, it could mean anything, right? It could mean anything to them. It could mean that you just want to hang out and, whatever. But if you make it date-like and arrange a romantic date with them, then your intentions will be a bit more clear. But if you want to be more clear about it and you don't want to specifically say, will you go out on a date with me? Because that is typically quite an immature thing to say. You never want to say to a girl or a guy that you like, will you go out on a date with me? Because it just sounds very childish. So what you want to say is you want to compliment them. And the way that I would do it would be, hey, you know what? Actually, I think you're really cute. I'd like to get to know you better. When are you available? And then you wait for them to say when they're available. If they want to see you, obviously. And then you make a date, and you make a date for the evening, and you make it clear to them that you're having a sit-down dinner. So it could be like, okay, well, let's go to this restaurant. Because again, if you meet out for coffee, that could mean anything. So you want to make sure that it's a sit-down dinner together, because that gives off the date vibes, okay? However, if they're not giving off any of these signs, then you could still ask them out if you're brave enough. Because if you're interested in them and you would like to date them and you would like to get to know them more than a friend, then you do obviously need to make your intentions clear, because you don't want to end up in the friend zone. Now, some people may be comfortable being in the friend zone, especially if you can handle it, like that, okay, I'm going to let this go and we'll just be friends. But if you can't let it go, and if you're really attracted to them and you can't see them as a friend, then you need to tell them that. You need to say, just ask them out on a date, and if they say, no, I don't see you in that way, or this sounds like a date, I'm not really sure if I want to do this with you, or if they reject you, then you need to tell them, look, I like you more than a friend. And I can't accept to be friends with you because whenever I'm around you, I just get nervous, I get butterflies, I think you're really cute. So I don't want to be friends with you now, unfortunately. And a lot of people don't have the courage to do this because obviously it's putting your neck out on the line quite a lot. But, in order to live your life, you gotta go for things. You gotta be brave, because if you're not brave and you don't go for things, then you're always gonna be in the same place. So you need to really make your intentions clear, because if you just end up in the friend zone and you're pining after them, and you do this for years, let's say, because I know some people that leave comments and stuff have been having crushes on girls or guys for years, and they don't they don't do anything about it, and they're wasting the years of their lives just over this one person. And it's so frustrating to see, because there are so many people out there that you can date. And basically what happens, it just makes the hurt even more when, you know, when you get rejected. So you don't want to wait around and wait for your feelings to build up, because if you get rejected by someone and you still, you know, want to be friends with them, that feeling is still going to be there, and it's probably going to lead you to obsess over them and think about them even more. And you don't want that, because it will put you in a loop of this obsession. Okay, and you don't want to get obsessed with someone. It's not healthy at all. So when this kind of thing happens, you need to realize that, look, I can't just be friends with you. So we're not going to be friends anymore. Sorry. Some people might not like that, what I've just said, but if you want to live your life and move on and find someone better, then you need to do this and be able to do this and to have the courage to do this. Unless, of course, you can actually just be friends with them. But most people don't want to be friends with their crushes. They want to be with them. So don't kid yourself. Make sure that you really ask yourself the question, can I just be friends with this person? And if you know in your heart that that is a no, then don't be friends with them, especially if they reject you. Anyway, guys, I hope this has helped you. Obviously, these videos are very generalized, so if you like coaching with me, then go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. Alternatively, just send me a quick email in the email address provided in this video's description box, and we can work something out that way. Please like, please subscribe, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.